Welcome to the School Board U online course on the Open Meetings and Open Records Act, specifically designed for members of local boards of education. We've developed this course because local board members know that there is no issue more important than effective school board governance. And no issue involving school board governance is more important than the communication between boards of education and the public, and the relationship between the public and the Board of Education. In that regard, knowing the rules becomes critical. Obviously, not only knowing the rules, understanding the rules, but more importantly, perhaps practicing the rules, implementing the rules in your board meetings, and then in the day-to-day practice of the school district. The first rule: boards of education can only take action as a board. From the first time that board members attend new board orientation, they learn that as an individual, they have no authority to act. They only act when they come together as a board. In fact, they can only take action when they are together as a board of education. Thus, understanding what a board meeting is when the board is a board becomes critical to understanding how boards take action and how school districts are governed. Substantial changes to the Open Meetings Act and the Open Records Act were made by the General Assembly in 2012. Those changes came about because of a desire, particularly by the Attorney General, but by a number of other legislators and interested individuals throughout the state, to try to see if some aspects of the law that over the years had become controversial, had sometimes become confused, could be clarified in some way. As in any legislation, when General Assemblies or Congresses make an effort to clarify things, they create confusion in other areas. But the purpose of this course is to try to outline what those elements are, to try to explain them in a way that hopefully in your board's day-to-day practices, in your board's meetings, you have some degree of confidence that you are complying with the law. New board members, veteran board members, everyone must be able to understand and implement the provisions of the Open Meetings Act. There are basically two big elements of complying with the law. They involve making sure that the public has notice when you are going to meet, when you are going to be the board, that the public knows that's taking place. And secondly, that the public has a right and opportunity to attend those board meetings and watch you as you act as the Board of Education. But before we can get to some of the specifics of how that works, we've got to do some basic definitions. And the first definition, in some ways the most important definition, is what is a meeting of the board and when can the board gather and not be in a meeting of the board?